Did you know what to do if disaster were to hit? Well, believe it or not, there are steps that you can take to protect yourself and your family. I'm at a community preparedness event at Market Square in St. Catharines to find out more.
We are here celebrating Emergency Preparedness Week today, and all of the partners in Niagara who participate in emergency preparedness and emergency response are here today to showcase what they do.
Nobody wants to be in an emergency situation, but it is important to be prepared. What is the importance of people getting informed about an emergency situation?
Being prepared is so important because in any emergency, you're going to feel much more calm, much more ready to handle anything that's thrown at you. So we ask everybody to be prepared for 72 hours to take care of yourself and your family. Well, first of all, you want to talk to your family about what would happen in an emergency. You want to open those lines of communication, and then you want to build an emergency preparedness kit.
Okay.
In your kit, you want to have some important things like a flashlight, a crank radio, and food and water.
Well, we have two programs that are run by volunteers. One is called Personal Disaster Assistance, and that's our team of volunteers. They go out in the community and provide emergency assistance to people that have had small-scale disasters such as house fires. And so our volunteers respond in the immediate aftermath, and we provide emergency assistance for up to 72 hours. So we work with those clients until they can get in touch with agencies that can assist them with their longer-term needs. And on the other end of the spectrum, we also have volunteers that operate any shelters or evacuation centers that are opened as the result of a larger scale event. But events like this, we also have volunteers that come out to support the public education campaign, which is a big part of what we do throughout the year as well. I think the biggest thing is not to wait until something happens to get prepared.
The Masonic Chip program has been in existence in Ontario almost 5 years. In August, that'll be the birthday. In the Niagara region, it's relatively new. We've got this state-of-the-art technology here where we take the parents' consent, they fill out the basic information, nicknames, all the first and last name, any birthmarks, anything relative to that. Then we enter that into a database along with the height, the weight, and we do electronic fingerprints. We do a video asking them who's their best friend, where do you go when you're upset. So it adds a little bit of a personality profile to it as well. There's a paper printout that basically shows the fingerprints. It shows there's 2 wallet cards. It's got all the pertinent information right there, and it's all designed to be interfaced with the Amber Alert. So if a child goes missing, the first 2 hours are the most critical.
Well, the event today, as we know, was all about emergency preparedness, and you're supposed to have a 72-hour kit in case something goes wrong, food, water, medical supplies, and the rest. So I figured since the event ended at 2 o'clock today, I would come here on Sunday at 2 o'clock and survive for 72 hours based on what the guide said. So I brought the staples of food with me, tuna, peanut butter, crackers, that kind of thing. Had my tent behind me as my shelter, and I've been here since 2 o'clock on Sunday, and we're getting close to being done. People always wonder like how much you need to save up and the rest of it too, and the guide does tell you that with the water you need to have enough of 2 liters a day for drinking, 2 liters for cleaning or washing. The food that I brought, it always seems to be a little bit more than I needed, I guess. I found I was a little less hungry as time went by, maybe because I was laying in a tent most of the time, but most of the things that they put on there, you're going to have an ample supply.
Well, this has been a collaborative effort with a number of agencies just to bring awareness to people that emergencies and events happen anywhere and can happen at any time. And it's important that people think ahead and really take a look at, the type of emergencies that we might see here in our region. We do have windstorms, we could have ice storms, we could have tornadoes. And in the event of such an emergency, they want to be already prepared for it.
Have a real keen role to play in this, where if they do find themselves stranded on a highway or on a roadway during an emergency, for them to be better prepared. Those same 3 rules we talked about knowing the risks, making a plan and getting a kit, apply when you're in the vehicle as well. So know the risks by calling ahead. The Ministry of Transportation's Traveller Road Information Portal is a great resource, as well as the 511 Traveller Road Information Line. Start by making sure your car is roadworthy. Don't just wait for wintertime to think about tires and brakes and ignition systems. Make sure your road's ready at all times. So we always encourage people to have some things in their kit that would include jumper cables, a tow rope, Even things like energy bars. So if you do get stranded, in the winter of 2010, we had over 350 people stranded on Highway 402 in the Sarnia area. Some of those folks were stranded for 24 hours.